This is Chaim from Feedzon. I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration of the new calendar web service to integrate FileMaker with Google Calendar. This will go into public beta this Friday, the 31st of October, and there'll be a few stages of the public beta. This is of course free of charge, and then you can test it out and see what works for you and how well it works, and let us have your feedback. So let's dive in. So I've got a simple FileMaker file here. I'm going to create a new record, and I'm going to create an event, and we'll call it test A, and we'll say it's today, and let's say it's not an all-day event, and it's from 12 o'clock midday to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's in London, and it's a sample event, and I'm going to insert that into my Google Calendar. And that's already gone off to Google. If I just do a quick refresh over here, and you'll see here it is down there. Now I've decided actually that I want to edit that event, so I'm going to move it back to 10 o'clock in the morning in Google. And if I pop over here and I do an event list, you'll see that it's downloaded from Google and the details have updated accordingly. Similarly, if over in Google I change the name of it to test AAA and save those changes, and down here you can see it's updated. Let's look at the next important step, which is repeating events, and Feedzon Calendar does support repeating events. So if I change this single appointment to a repeating event, we'll say 3 times, and I shall update the event. And if I pop over to the calendar and refresh, and you'll see my event has updated accordingly. And if I want to, I could even make that a repeating all-day event. And again, let's refresh over here. There we go. Feedzon Calendar will also support overnight events. So if I create a new record, we'll call it test B, and we'll say it's from the, let's go from Monday the 3rd to the 4th, and it's not an all-day event, so we're going to go from, let's say, 3 p.m. on the 3rd to midday, and we'll say this is an overnight event, and something, event insert, and if I go and refresh over here, and we can see my event starting at 3 p.m. on the 3rd and finishing at midday on the 4th. If I move that in Google Calendar, let's move it forward one day, and let's pop over here and just watch these dates as I click event list, and you'll see that it's downloaded the change from Google accordingly. I just want to show you how easy it is to add Feedzon Calendar into your FileMaker solutions. If I go into the event action script, let's just go down to this line here, and this is the line to add a new event to Google Calendar. All of our services use FileMaker's insert from URL command, which was introduced in FileMaker 12 and greatly improved in FileMaker 13. Everything we do uses HTTPS posts, so it's properly secure. And essentially it's a call to our API. It refers to your account name, and there'll be various other details in the release version. And then the details about the event itself. It's pretty straightforward. Insert from URL then returns various bits of information, which what you've seen here in the demonstration up in this field here, which are various ID bits, which you then just use set field to pass out and process or put into the appropriate fields. So for example, one of the pieces of information you get back from Google is an ID number, and you need to save that ID in a field so that if you later want to update that event, you reference that ID when you push the updated data to Google Calendar. And similarly, if you wanted to delete it, you'd also reference that ID. So it's very easy to integrate, and of course you script it yourself, so it's up to you how simple or complex you might want to make it. Just to summarise, Feedzon Calendar will go into public beta this weekend, 1st of November. It will support, in the first beta, single events, repeating events, overnight events, and of course you can create, update and delete all of these different events. About a week or so later we'll go into the second beta, which will include attendees and reminders, and the third beta, again about a week later, will include colours and XML import. The XML import will enable you to download your entire calendar straight into FileMaker with almost no scripting whatsoever. And most importantly, FileMaker server is not required to use Feedzon Calendar. It just uses the insert from URL command, and therefore it works with FileMaker Pro, Go, Server, and WebDirect. There are no plugins, there are no third-party tools, and some of you will smile and applaud when I tell you that it doesn't require Java either. So if you'd like to be in the beta testing program, just send an email to info@feedzon.com saying that you'd like to be involved in the Feedzon Calendar beta testing program. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.